What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Mr. CPA Podcast. I am your host, Brian Credo, CPA, and on this podcast, we discuss self-improvement, personal finance, and all things accounting related. All right, guys, today I wanted to talk, and you know what's funny? I love making these podcast videos because, like, they're unscripted, and it's really just me talking to you guys in a camera. I don't really edit. I don't edit these videos at all. My editor for the main channel obviously touches these videos up, but it's just nice to kind of like lay loose and just kind of talk to you guys and kind of tell you guys what I'm thinking and what I'm currently going through and things that just come to mind. It's funny. I actually, before I recorded this, I was thinking long and hard, like, what video topic am I going to talk about today? And I think the biggest thing that happened to me that I wanted to kind of talk about on this podcast where I'm freely, and I honestly want to appreciate you guys. I think we're at 27 subscribers now, so I appreciate every single one of you, because the way I think about it, it's like, if there was 27 people in front of me right now, that's insane. That's awesome, right? That's crazy. And I feel like sometimes social media, we really downplay if your video gets like, 50 views or 100 views. That's freaking awesome, man. Like, that's crazy, because you got to think about it. Let's say you were on stage and you had 100 people in front of you. That's a lot of freaking people. And to be able to talk to that many people and give them what you think and somehow encourage them or let them know whatever's on your mind or somehow they took something from it. That's incredible. So whoever's watching this, thank you very much. I started this podcast to kind of as a way for me to vent and talk about certain things and topics that I wouldn't really talk about on the main channel, or just things that I kind of want to just go off the cuff and discuss. And one thing I wanted to talk about today is dealing with negative people, and especially on social media, negative comments. So I understand that it comes with the territory, and I put myself out there to be able to help people with accounting, finance, personal finance, self-improvement. I'm all about that. And I understand it comes with a certain level of responsibility that you need to be able to handle negative comments. And someone left me a comment the other day that, it really got to me. I don't know why. It really got to me. It kind of hurt. I'd be honest with you. If I'd be lying to you, or I think any people that create content or put themselves out there, I think they'd be lying to you if they said that negative comments don't bother them, because they definitely do. And, I think I forgot who I was listening to the other day, where handling negative comments, if you just kind of like pretend like they're not there, and you just kind of like hold your breath, it's essentially you're going to implode. And so there's going to be one comment that you finally lose your breath and you're like, screw this, I'm going to freaking tell this person off. And the best way that I found to deal with whether you're create content or you just, being an individual on your own path, I'm sure we all get certain hate from people sometimes, whether it's on social media or in our real life. I think the best way to deal with these people is to really, have some grace for them. I feel pretty bad now that I was literally so close to replying back with a really rude and negative comment myself. And, before I did that, I took a step back and I analyzed, like, okay, why am I doing that? Why is this person leaving me a bad comment? This person literally took time out of their finite day to leave me a bad comment to make me feel bad. And one thing I've learned in my life is that whenever you get negativity from people, whenever you get someone throwing dirt on you, it's a reflection of how they feel internally and how they feel about themselves. Every single time I've had someone try to bully me or tell me certain things, now it turns out, or I end up finding out that they were just kind of lashing out at me because that's how they felt internally, that's how they felt about themselves. Growing up, there was like a guy that would, kind of tell me some stuff every now and then. And like, I never really said anything to him because like I was kind of scared of the guy, but, now that I'm older and, I've reached a certain level of success in my life, I now look at his life and, I feel so bad, because it's like all that hatred that he had towards me, it was just a reflection of how he felt about himself, and he was just kind of letting that out in the world. And anytime you deal with a negative person or negative comments or whatever you go through, that person that's throwing shade on you, just remember that they might be going through something that we don't know, especially nowadays. I mean, man, we hear about all these things that happen, these shootings and stuff, and it's so sad. And to understand that, those people are going through something that's terrible. And these people that leave you negative comments or throw dirt on you when you're, in a group setting, and they kind of just like bash you and tell you certain negative things, it's more likely than not that they feel terrible about themselves. And instead of lashing back at them or being rude or trying to be like, oh, hey, look at me, like I'm way better than you, I think we should have some empathy for those people and reach out to them and say, hey, I don't know what you're going through, but I'm here to help. Like I want to be that person that maybe you can go to, and you'd be really surprised. It's funny. This person that left me a negative comment, I actually reached out to them and said, hey, I appreciate the feedback. I don't know if it was feedback or just you trying to talk shit or say some negative things, but hey, I want to say that I'm here for you, and I appreciate you watching my video. And if there's ever you need something, I'm here for you. And it's crazy that the response I got was just like, he had just gone through something on a personal level. He just kind of vented to me. It was insane. It was insane about how he just kind of went through something, and he appreciates me talking to him, and no one's really taking the time to talk to him. And obviously he had an account that had no picture, like it was like an anonymous account. It was like user 123, like it was just like pretty much like a dummy account. And to be able to kind of talk to him and understand where he was coming from and what was going on, who knows, maybe, I'm not saying I prevented something negative from happening, but it could be. I don't know. I think about these things sometimes. Like, holy shoot, man. Like, maybe I prevented him from lashing out at another person or him doing something negative to someone else. And maybe this was the start of a new life for him. Who knows? I think we underestimate sometimes as individuals the type of impact we can have on people. Even me, my main channel isn't that big, but at the same time, I get messages sometimes on my social media platforms about how I changed their life and I was able to help them with accounting, and they they started dressing better because they saw me on one of my videos or whatever. Just that is, to me, it makes up for so much. And sometimes I feel like the negative people we get in our life, it's let's give them a little bit of grace and understand that maybe they're going through something, and instead of lashing back out at them, we need to understand that every time you get hate, it's because they're projecting on you how they feel about themselves, and that sometimes is very unfortunate. And the last thing I kind of wanted to talk about in this video is, no matter what, I chose to now live my life in a way that I'd rather be the man in the arena. I'd rather be the person out there than the person in the stands. And it's so much harder to be that man in the arena, getting dirt on your hands, doing what you need to do, taking the heat, because you grow so much more from those instances than you do from being a spectator on the side. So whatever it is you want to do in life, be the man in the arena, be the person in there getting dirt thrown on you, because no matter what, even if you fail at a certain endeavor, I promise you, there's so many things that I've tried in my life that I just didn't work out, but I came out such a better person because everything I learned in the process of being the gladiator in the arena instead of the spectator just throwing fruit down at people, because it's always easy to comment, hate, and throw dirt on people, but it's a lot harder to be the person in there doing it, getting dirty and doing what you need to do. And my biggest takeaway from this video is that whatever you want to do it. It's going to come with hate. It's going to come with a certain level of responsibility, but understand that if you do get hate, that those people throwing shade on you are probably coming from a really bad place. And no matter what you choose to do, even if you fail at it, I guarantee you're going to come out such a better person because of it. All right, guys, that's going to be it for the video today. If you found some value in the video, please make sure to hit the like button below. Also, guys, subscribe to the channel. We're also on Spotify Podcast. And if there's any topic you want me to talk about, completely unfiltered, off the cuff, letting you know my thoughts, please make sure to leave me a comment below. Until next time, work hard, dress well. Peace.